All right, all right. Let's see. Okay. Well, it's off the Wall Americana again. We're doing 1 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Hopefully that'll be a little better. So I'm going to start out with the Steve Goodman song. Actually, it's a Steve Goodman, John Prine song. Let's start out with a little sip of coffee, actually. Hope y'all are having a great Sunday. Or whatever day you're watching. How about that? It's called How Much Tequila Did I Drink Last Night? Some of y'all are just getting up, and that's why. How much tequila did I drink last night? It's really anybody's guess. Poured 'em so fast I couldn't keep 'em in the glass, and this morning I sure am a mess. My head is 4 or 5 times its normal size, and I got this big old cactus stuck between my eyes. I can't recall a single thing I did or said, or the names of all the people sleeping in this bed. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how. Well, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? How did I get these bumps and bruises all over my body? I must have fallen down somehow. Well, I believe it had something to do with karate. It's all coming back to me now. I was standing in the bar with King Kong's cousin. He must have been 7'3". His elbow gave me a bump, and so I said, "Hey, chump, would you like to step outside with me?" Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how. Tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? My mouth is full of cotton and my brain is sore. I left last night's dinner on this morning's floor. My belly's swollen and my eyeballs shrunk. I drank so much that my hair got drunk. I seen a big old worm about 10 feet long, hallucinating purple cows. Somebody moved my furniture while I was gone. Oh, this is not my house. I'd call us a taxi on the telephone if I just knew where we are. I guess I'm gonna have to drive myself back home soon as I can find my car. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how. Well, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? Alrighty, it's Sunday. How much tequila did I drink? I didn't drink any tequila. I'm a beer guy. Let's see. What have I got next here? Because something's hiding. There it is. Okay, this is a song by Michael Reno Harrell. It's called Southern Suggestions. Oh, cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. Well, it's mustard on hot dogs, ketchup on French fried potatoes, gravy on biscuits and cornmeal on fried green tomatoes. If you're cooking a pig, you gotta start about 3 in the morning. If you go to the beach, pay attention to hurricane warnings. Well, you don't order grits. They just come anytime you say eggs. Clear fingernail polish when chiggers get a hold of your legs. Don't drink the moonshine unless you know where it was made. Never stand in the sun anytime you can sleep in the shade. These aren't rules, it's just some things that we figured out to make living easy when you're living here in the South. Honeysuckle tastes sweet if you suck the back end of the blossom. And catfish tastes great, but I don't know a soul who eats possum. If you're planting a garden, a little Ford tractor will do. Yeah, but get a John Deere if you got more than an acre or two. Well, an old tractor tire painted white and placed in the yard makes a quite stunning planter, but don't use the tire from a car. You see a car tire you tie to a rope and you hang from a tree. And tobacco juice works like a champ when you're stung by a bee. These aren't rules, it's just some things that we figured out to make living easy when you're living here in the South. Well, you all is plural. If it's only one, just say you. It's all right to be Mormon or Catholic or Hindu or Jew. You see, the Baptists don't own the South. They just use the name. Iced tea ain't for breakfast, and all barbecue ain't the same. Try to eat lunch where the waitresses all call you honey. Maybe one of these days even Jim, Bob, and Billy will be funny. You see, the fact that people make money bass fishing is simply amazing. And NASCAR is kicking IndyCar's ass at car racing. These aren't rules, it's just some things that we figured out to make living easy when you're living here in the South. These aren't rules, it's just some things that we figured out. Now ain't living easy since you're living here in the South. Southern Suggestions, Michael Reno Hero song. Yep. All right. Let me check the tuning on here because it often goes a little wacky on me once I start playing. But today is the exception. Oh, it's a beer day. It's a beer kind of day. Oh, let me move this guitar back here a little bit. There. Okay, so. Oh, I was going to post something. I didn't know it disappeared on me. Let's see. This next song is one by Fred Eaglesmith. It is called Lucille. Lucille was a woman and I was a boy. It was obvious that she wanted more than a man her age could give her, and that was me. I was wild as a summer squall, blowing through the town, no direction at all. And I was wilder than even she could believe. And that Cobra Jet 428 and that 65 Ford, well, they ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets the road. Took it on up to 110 tires, screaming and out of the bend, and Lucio hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy. But it sure was good. Lucy was 50 and I was 19. You know it never bothered me, not even when they called out in the bar. I'd get tough and I'd bust some heads. Lucille would laugh when the cops got there. We'd sneak out the back and take off in my car. And that Cobra Jet 428 and that 65 Ford, well, they ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets the road. Took it on up to 110 tires, screaming out of the bend, and Lucio hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy. But it sure was good. Well, last week I turned 45. When I woke up, well, out in the driveway, my wife fixed that old car up for me. She had it in the garage for a week or two, and when I got it back, it was good as new. I started up and I took off down the highway. I drove on up to Randolph Heights. There's an old folks home there past the light. Lucio sitting out there in the shade. I wheeled her around to the passenger door, picked her up and put her in that car, and we took off like a Dust Bowl hurricane. And that Cobra Jet 428 and that 65 Ford, well, it ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets the road. Took it on up to 110 tires, screaming in and out of the bend, and Lucio hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy. But it sure was good. Lucille. Hey, Tom, how are you? It's not morning, unless you're like in the Bahamas or something. Oh, no, it would be the other way. You got beer? Of course I got beer, Tom. It's the other way. It's morning in California. Cheers, buddy. I've been diddling around with my mixer a little bit, so tell me if it sounds like crap and I'll see if I can fix it. Let's see, what do I got next? Oh yeah, here we go. I'll do one of my own here. This is called Ride, Ride, Ride. This is a story about growing up in my neighborhood here in Tampa, Florida. It's called Seminole Heights. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. We didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hopping our bikes and ride. Milkman came to each house on the block. Yeah, butter and milk with cream on the top. You could buy dinner right out on the street. When the veggie truck came, and apples were our treat. Ice cream bike came spring through fall. Banana Nose is coming was the neighborhood call. We'd give him our money, he'd give us our order. He'd stop for every kid that had a spare quarter. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. We didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride. We had the big yard, so all the kids came. Barefoot boys and girls playing games. Baseball and corkball where the bases were wood. Flag and touch football when we had to be good. Tackle was the game when our parents couldn't see. Out of bounds was the sand spur patching the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. We didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride. TV we had was black and white. Shock Armstrong scared us after midnight. Well, we didn't sit around and watch all day. Mom would run us off. Y'all go outside and play. The mosquito truck came by twice a week. Clean white smoke smelled like kerosene. We'd follow on our bikes and breathe in the haze. When we got home, we were all in a daze. We could swim in the rivers, we could swim in the lakes, and the gators didn't bother us much, and neither did the snakes. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. We didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride. When I was a kid, we'd ride. Yeah, Banana Nose. He was, we were kids, so, we made fun of whatever we could. But he was an old, I guess he was an old Italian guy or Greek guy or something like that. Had a big nose. Oh, I don't know that. Live or let die. No, but so we called him Banana Nose. He had a great big old bulbous nose on him. He's probably an alcoholic or something. I don't know. Anyway, but that was Banana Nose, and he was our ice cream man. Oh, let's see. What have I got? Oh, I know what's next. Lip or lip died. Hi, Lily. It's a song by Tom Rush. It's called the Remember Song. Look at my wallet and my car keys. I can't. I know what the words are, but now I'm going to look at them so I don't mess up again. Look at my wallet and my car keys. Well, they can't have gone too far. Just as soon as I find my glasses, sure I'll see right where they are. I'm supposed to meet someone for lunch today, and I don't remember where or who it is that I am meeting. It's in my organizer somewhere. Might have left it on the counter, or maybe outside in the car. Last time I remember driving was to that memory enhancement seminar. What's that far off distant ring? And that strangely familiar tone must be the person I am meeting, calling me on my brand new cordless telephone. Might have left it under the covers, or maybe outside on the lawn. I've got just one more ring to go before my answering machine kicks on. Click. Hi, this is Mike, and your call means a lot to me, so leave a message at the tone. And I'll do my best to try to remember to call you back when I get home. Beep. Mike, this is Gwendolyn, and I'm trying not to cry. I've been waiting here for over an hour. I thought you loved me. This is goodbye. Well, the voice sounds familiar, and the name, it rings a bell. Now let's see, where was I? Oh well. Woohoo! Let's see. Okay, this next song is a song by Ronnie Arbo and Daisy Mayhem, and I ran into them originally at I don't know if it was Wings and Strings or Riverhawk, but it was one of those Michelin festivals. Found a lot of good music at his festival. You know, he would get really kind of stuff you'd never heard of, but they're really good. So anyway, this is a Ronnie Arbo and Daisy Mayhem song, written by Ronnie Arbo, I think. On the streets of New York City, where the asphalt greets the sun, morning slips in sideways like a cheater on the run. She's out there on the sidewalk, she's kneeling at her toil, pulling weeds for Jesus, her knuckles in the soil. Well, she is no Saint Teresa, she is no paragon. Well, her fingernails are dirty, her old blue jeans are worn. Well, she doesn't talk to strangers, she hardly knows you're there. She doesn't want your money, she doesn't want your prayers. But this is God's dominion, this is peace on earth, this is what she's put her for, this is what she's worth. All the things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses, she grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. She remembers a young woman with hair as fine as gold. Oh, she remembers all her lovers. She remembers growing old. She remembers meeting Jesus. She can recall that day she gave him all her seeds of darkness. He buried them away. But this is God's dominion. This is peace on earth. This is what she's put it for. This is what she's worth. All the things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses. She grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. Well, she coaxes hope from concrete, and she coaxes right from wrong. Yeah, she makes those Spanish ladies break into their Spanish songs. Well, they like the smell of roses, the street lamp's yellow sun, and they dream of summer dresses on the streets of old San Juan. But this is God's dominion. This is peace on earth. This is what she's praying for. This is what she's worth. All the other things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses. She grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. She grows the roses. She grows the roses. She grows the roses all day. Itchy Nose. Roses. Ronnie Arbo and Daisy Mayhem. Let's see where I am. Oh, okay. Oh, well, of course, there has to be a John Prine song somewhere along the way. So I got this. I need to bring my ukulele back in the house and play this on my ukulele. But I'm not going to do that today. Well, I packed my bags and bought myself a ticket for the land of the tall palm tree. Aloha, old Milwaukee. Hello, Waikiki. Well, I just stepped off of the airplane when I thought I heard her say, wacka wacka nuka nuka, wacka wacka nuka nuka, would you like a lay? Oh, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Whisper in my ear. Kekapuka muka mawahini, say the words I long to hear. Lay your coconut on my tiki. What's the matter, muka muka dear? Well, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Say the words I long to hear. It's a ukulele Honolulu sunset. Listen to the grass skirts sway. Drinking rum from a pineapple out in Honolulu Bay. Well, the steel guitars are all playing while she's talking with her hands. Gimme, gimme, okadoka, make a wish. I want to poke a words I understand. Oh, let's talk dirty in Hawaii. Whisper in my ear. Kekapuka muka mawahini, say the words I long to hear. Lay your coconut on my tiki. What's the matter, muka muka dear? Well, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Say the words I long to hear. Well, I bought a lot of junk with my moolah and sent to the folks back home. Well, I never got a chance to dance the hula. Guess I should have known. When you start talking to that sweet wahine walking in the pale moonlight. Okadoka, what I said, a nakaraka, siskabaka. Hope I said it right. Oh, let's talk dirty Hawaiian. whisper in my ear. Kickapooka Muckamawahini, say the words I long to hear. Lay your coconut on my tiki. Oh, what's the matter, Mooka Mooka dear? Well, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Say the words I long to hear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Say the words I long to hear. Okay. Cheers, y'all. Everybody have a drink. That's my homemade smoked porter. Smoked porter is what I'm drinking today. Let's see. So this next song is a song by a guy. I don't even know who it's by, really. I had understood it was by a guy named David Ree, R-E-A. But I've never been able to find the song. Somebody gave me a cassette tape. That's how long I've been playing this song. Somebody gave me a cassette tape and said, you should learn this song. And I did. It was Bill Messer. Bill Messer. You know Bill. So anyway, this one's called, I call it the Suicide Song. I never had a title for it either, but I just call it the Suicide Song. So, you know, I think I'm going to get the words in front of me here. Hold on a second. Just in case. Oh, I don't have the words anyway. Let's see. Well, there comes a time in every life when you have to do or die. And I never will forget the day when that time came to mind. I lost my house, my car, my job. Somebody stole my wife. I figured while I was losing things, I decided to lose my life. So I got some kerosene, some rope, some rat poison, my good old 38. Unloaded it all in the boat, and I rode out on the lake. Hanging out over the water was the limb of a great big willow tree. And as I tied that noose, I heard my daddy's dying words come back to me. Said, son, don't give up just because you think life's at an end. Hey, don't you know there's good times waiting just around the bend? Well, I know sometimes it seems like hard luck's been your only friend. Every time life knocks you down, son, get on up again. I do, and I loaded up that boat. That one just flew right out of my head. I started thinking about it too hard. Let me see. Let me do a different one, though. I'll do a different one. I got other ones. I could probably do that again in 5 minutes. Well, I left the leaving up to her. She left me right away. A way that I had never seen, at least not until today. 2 days ago, she ran up my wall, knocked upon my door, screamed that night, fastened my lock, and pretended I didn't know her. Yeah, my give a damn is broken, and my care about is gone. My wanna do right left last night, left me all alone, with nothing but my don't know why, my where did I go wrong? Got a spare, I don't care to use it, this one's gone. Well, she left on cue, so what did I do? I began to trash my pad. Put a padlock on my door, broke everything I had. Well, I was kind of depressed, and I must confess, took me a minute or two clear my eyes and realize I was a free man. Hallelujah, my give a damn is broken and care about is gone. My wanna do right left last night, left me all alone with nothing but my don't know why, my where did I go wrong? I got a spare, I don't care to use it, this one's gone. Well, she hates me now, you know, somehow I feel just about the same as before she hit the door and took her all that blame. Well, blame won't make her feel any better, won't keep her warm at night. Might make her look for an apology, but I don't see one in sight. Yeah, my give a damn is broken and care about is gone. My wanna do right left last night, left me all alone with nothing but my don't know why, my where did I go wrong? Got a spare, I don't care to use it, this one's gone. Alrighty. Okay, I was thinking about trying to do that other song again, but I'm not going to try to do it. I could probably do it, but I got plenty of other songs. Some Mike Cross song called El Maturo. Well, El Maturo, she was a beautiful girl, and I'd love to have her for my wife. Well, she's just the kind of a woman who'd make me happy for the rest of my life. Well, my daddy says, son, there's something you don't know. There's something I think you ought to. Well, El Maturo, she was a beautiful girl, but son, she's my daughter. Well, Alice Green, she was a beautiful thing, and I'd love to have her for my wife. Well, she's just the kind of a woman who'd make me happy for the rest of my life. Well, my daddy says, son, there's something you don't know, something I think you ought to. Well, Alice Green, she was a beautiful thing, but son, she's my daughter. Been all around this whole darn county like a buck hunting for a doe. Well, it seemed like every girl I wanted to marry was a wild old daddy so. Well, I went to my mama with my head hung down. She asked me what the matter would be. I told her about the problem and she took my hand and said, son, now listen to me. Well, your daddy was a fine, good-looking young man and like an eager young stallion horse. Well, his blood run hot and you can't blame him for letting Mother Nature take her course. Well, your daddy sowed a lot of wild oats in his day, but you don't have to fret nor bother. Well, your daddy ain't your daddy, but he thinks he is, and you can marry whoever you want. El Maturo. Okay, let's see. Going through this list kind of fast this afternoon. Whatever this is. So let me throw in some other ones here. Well, I haven't played a Todd Snyder tune. I could do that. I could do Beer Run, but I'm not going to do Beer Run right now. I'm going to do this one right here. Since I've been a little bit wacky on the lyrics, I better get in front of me here. But I think I got this. They say 3% of the people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% and the rest goes down the drain. Well, I'll never know which one I am, but I bet you my last dime. 99% think with 3%, 100% of the time. 64% of all the world's statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them whether they're accurate statistics or not. Well, I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt. I need another double shot of something I ain't proof. I got too much to think about. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about. They say 92% of everything you learn in school was just bullshit you'll never need. 84% of everything you bought, you got to satisfy your greed. Because 90% of the world's population links possessions to success, even though 80% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to alarming excess. More money, more stress. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about. At 84% of all statisticians truly hate their fucking jobs. They say the average bank robber lives within, say, about 20 miles of the bank that he robs. There's a little bank not far from here. I've been watching now for a while. You know, lately all I can think about is how bad I want to go out in style. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, it's too much to think about. That's right, too much to think about. Amen, too much to think about. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's see, where am I at now? Okay, I haven't done this song in a long time. This is a Paul Thorne song. And, you know, Paul Thorne does really funny stuff. And he does some really cool, serious stuff, too. This is one of the serious ones. Let me check my tune in here real quick. It's called Star That Fell Down. Saw Cinderella on the corner of Heartache and Vine, sang a cappella, turned dollars into wine. Through the crowd I heard a melody, Mississippi, you're on my mind. Though no one noticed, I saw a tear fall from her eye. She's like a star that fell down on the wrong side of town. But to me, she shines more than all these city lights. Back in Tupelo tonight, something's missing from the sky. Must be a star that fell down. Took a picture standing outside the Hollywood Bowl. She believed that one day they'll come here to see her show. She parked it by a payphone among the wishes that others threw in. She didn't have a penny, so I tossed one in. She's like a star that fell down on the wrong side of town. But to me, she shines more than all these city lights. back in Tupelo tonight. Something's missing in the sky. Must be a star that fell down. In the city of angels, big dreams die hard. Though no one noticed, she's been sleeping in her car. She parks it by a payphone and gives a number to a friend of a friend. She's waiting on that ship that ain't never coming in. She's like a star that fell down on the wrong side of town. But to me, she shines more than all these city lights. Back in Tupelo tonight, something's missing in the sky. Must be a star that fell down. She's like a star that fell down. Star that fell down. It's a Cozy Sheridan song called Road Food. Road Food. Beating everything in reach from the front driver's seat. But there's more in the back of the car. Have to lose a little time to make those Doritos mine. I've tried, I can't reach that far. When your mouth's in constant motion, your eyes will remain open. You get fat, but you're awake when you get home. There's a banana behind the back seat. I bought it sometime late last week. The expiration date don't bother me tonight. Driving must be a drug. Things ground into the rug, starting to look like they might taste alright. When your stomach is distended, all thoughts of sleep have ended. You get fat, but you're awake when you get home. And you'll find it is incredible things you'll find edible on late night cross-country drives. You are the victim of suggestion. Your very poor digestion says one more bite will keep you alive. I haven't eaten in a while. There must be something in this pile. Bags of food I picked up along the way. Strapped into your seat, you're just a steering wheel that eats, and you'll forget you have to walk again one day. Yes, it for 13 hours, your stomach gets empowered. Your mouth in constant motion, your eyes will remain open. You get fat, but you're awake when you get home. All right. Road food. Let's see, how are we doing on time here? This is another Mike Cross song. Huh. What was the other Mike Cross song? I can't see it, so. Oh, El Maturo was the other one. This one here is called Linda, the Sweetheart of My Junior High. I think that's the whole name. I just have Linda, the Sweetheart. Well, Tom, you live out in the boonies, don't you? Somewhere? Don't you live out in the boonies? aces and jokers, jacks with one eye. And here's a nickel and aces are high. Poker by the light of a candle. If our parents found out, there'd be a scandal. Well, the tent flap flew open, and to our surprise, stood a vision of loveliness before our eyes. Paint on her toenails and dime store perfume. Stand back, boys, and give her some room. Linda, the sweetheart of my junior high, with her hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs. She said, "Look here, boys, and goodbye. Don't you come inside." Now being a covey of red-blooded beaus, we soon talked old Linda into playing for clothes. But as the evening flew by in a whir, the only one left with clothes on was her. She said, "Looky here, fellas, now ain't I your friend? I can't let you walk home with your buns in the wind. So to show you that I ain't a creep, I'm gonna sell you your clothes back real cheap. It's a nickel a sock and a dime for a shoe. Shirts are $1 and blue jeans are $2. You can pay me at school when the morning bell sounds if you don't want the news spread around." Linda, the sweetheart of my junior high, with her hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs, said, "Good evening, boys, I was just passing by. Sweet Linda, won't you come inside?" Now Linda's in Reno and blackjack's her game. She plays for the house and she wins just the same. She's easy to find. All you look for, my friend, is a table of stark naked men. Linda, the sweetheart of my junior high, with her hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs, said, "Good evening, boys, I was just passing by. Sweet Linda, won't you come inside?" Linda, the sweetheart of my junior high. Yep. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'll do this song. I haven't done a whoever it is, Guy Clark song yet. So here's a Guy Clark song. Well, he's 8 years old with a fly sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on the garage, figuring what the heck. He screwed his courage up so tight that the whole thing came unwound. He got a running start and bless his heart, headed for the ground. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Well, he's all grown up with flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's full of piss and vinegar. He's busting at the seams. He licked his finger and checked the wind, said it's gonna be do or die. Well, he isn't scared of nothing, boys. He's pretty sure he can fly. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your case. gray with a fly sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off the garage and well until he's dead. All these years the people said he's acting like a kid. Well, he did not know he could not fly, so he did. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Yes, spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. The Cape, Guy Clark song. Actually, the credits on that list about 7 people wrote it because he and Verlin were teaching a songwriting class and they didn't know what to do because they had never taught a songwriting class before. So they said, well, I know, we'll just write a song. And so they wrote this song and then it got forgotten for a long time. And then Verlin found it somewhere in a stack of stuff and worked it up and played it for Guy. And Guy said, I'm cutting that one. And he did. And it's a great song. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to do one more song here. I think I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I had it all picked out at one point. Oh, that's the one. I'm going to do a Ray Wiley Hubbard song. It's called Conversation with the Devil. Internet went down, yeah? Well, thanks for joining, everyone. I'll probably do this at 1 o'clock next week, too. And then we'll go from there and see what I want to do next. I had a dream last night. I was cast to hell by a jealous God. The devil walked up and said, you don't need no lightning rod. It hardly ever rains down here. I can't recall last storm. Ain't gonna need that leather jacket. It gets kind of warm. Well, there's one way in, there's no way out. Looks like you're here to stay. Oh, the place is a mess. It's overcrowded. More coming every day. I said, whoa, man, wait a minute. There's got to be something wrong. I ain't a bad guy, just write these little songs. I always pay my union dues and don't stay in the passing lane. He said, well, what about all that whiskey and the cocaine? I said, well, yeah, that's no reason to throw me in hell. Well, I did use cocaine to get high, just like the way it smells. He said, come on over here, son. Let me show you around. Over there's where we put the preachers. I never liked those clowns. They're always blaming me for everything wrong under the sun. Well, it ain't no harder to do what's right. It's just maybe not as much fun. Then they walk around thinking they're better than me and you. And then they get caught in a motel room doing what they said not to do. All the murderers and rapists, they go in this fiery lake. Well, most of the politicians and the cops on the tape. And all the mothers who wait till they get to Kmart to spank their kids. Instead of showing how to do what's right, they just hit them for what they did. And all those daddies who ran away and abandoned their daughters and sons. Yet anybody who hurts a child's gonna burn until they're done. Everybody's down here, I said, who's up in heaven with God and the Son? Well, some saints and mystics and students of Metaphysics 101. People who care and share and love and try to do what's right. Beautiful souls who read little stories to the babies every night. What you won't find up in heaven are Christian Coalition right-wing conservatives, country program directors, Nashville record executives. I make some mistakes, but I'm not as bad as those guys. How can God do this to me? Can't you sympathize? He said you're wrong about God being cruel and mean. Oh, God is the most loving thing that's never been seen. I said, hotshot, tell me this, which religion is the truest? He said they're all about the same. Buddha's not a Christian, but Jesus would have made a good Buddhist. Well, I thought about my future, I didn't seem to have much of one. I looked around to leave, but there was no place to run. I said, you don't suppose I could go back and try living again? You know, like with reincarnation, I hear that's the way it's always been. Well, I can't answer that, he said. You're going to have to wait for that response. Well, it's not any more unusual to be born twice than it is to be born once. Well, it looked like I was going to be stuck here as far as I could tell. So I thought I might as well suck up. You know, what the hell? I said, you know that song that Charlie Daniels did? About how you went down to Georgia and played the fiddle against that kid? He said, yeah, it broke my heart, but you know, what are you going to do? I said, to tell you the truth, I thought your solo was the better of the two. Well, then I woke up, and I was lying in my bed. I ran upstairs and kissed my little boy on his sleeping head. I took the stream as a sign from God, so I thought I better pray. I said, don't ever speak to me directly, and thanks anyway. Well, so much has changed about me, besides me just giving up red meat. Some get spiritual because they see the light, some because they feel the heat. Thanks for joining in, Tom and Lily and whoever else has been watching. And hope you all have a great week. And I plan on having a great week myself. So, and I'll be back here next Saturday. I'll find a place to put this guitar. I'll be back here next Saturday, next Sunday, 1 o'clock again. See how that goes. For now, bye.